Hello and welcome to Prague. We have just reached the city and now we are heading towards our hotel, which is conveniently located in the area of historic Old Town Square. So, a brief history of Prague. Prague is a political, cultural and economic hub of Central Europe with a rich history in Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque architectures. It was the capital of Kingdom of Bohemia and the residence of several Holy Roman emperors. We are now at the Old Town Square, which is considered as one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. Its history dates back to 10th century when it served as a marketplace at the crossroads of European trade route. Another landmark around Old Town Square is the astronomical clock, which is on the town hall building, and it was installed in 1410, making it the oldest in the world. The clock is popular because of its 45-second sequence which occurs at the beginning of a new hour. The show involves figures representing the 12 apostles moving in and out of the windows before the new hour is rung. We are now heading towards Charles Bridge, and by the way, anyone would fall in love with the old world charm of this place. I'm totally loving the creative marketing strategies of cafes and shops here. So one interesting fact about Prague. So Prague is the only major city in Europe that was not extensively bombed in World War II. For this reason, you will find many of the buildings in the historic center standing as originally built, some dating to the Middle Ages. We are now at the Charles Bridge, which is one of the most beautiful and photographed monuments in the world. It is guarded by 30 statues and sculptures of saints, which gives it a mystical aura. Construction began in 1357 under the rule of Charles IV and was finished in 1402. Since then, it is called Charles Bridge. It's the oldest bridge in Prague and is guarded by one tower in the Old Town side and two towers on the other side. The view and the aura here, especially after the sunset, is completely out of the world. By the way, the area which is on the other side of Charles Bridge, where the Prague Castle is situated, is known as Mala Strana. Chimney cake is a very popular cake in Prague, but it originates from a traditional Hungarian pastry that is wrapped around a wooden spool and slowly turned over an open fire. Its origins are from Transylvania, which is today's Romania, but now is popular in all surrounding countries as well. Good morning and hello from Old Town Square. It's 4:30 a.m. in the morning and I'm all set to go to the Charles Bridge to see the beautiful sunrise from there. I cannot believe this is the same place, the Old Town Square, that we visited yesterday, and it was full of people with lot of noise. Right now it looks so calm and peaceful. It took me around 10 minutes to walk from Old Town Square to Charles Bridge, and now here we are getting ready for a beautiful sunrise. I have no words to express how beautiful it looks right now. Yesterday the sunset had its own beauty and the sunrise has its own beauty as well. An interesting fact about Prague: the Czech name of Prague or Praha is derived from an old Slavic word pra, meaning ford, referring to Prague as a crossing point of the Vltava river. Prague is also popularly known as the Golden City of 100 Spires because of its beautiful cathedrals and their pointy spires. Beauty of this area is even more enhanced with the red roof buildings around the Charles Bridge. It's amazing to see the beautiful fusion of old medieval times and the buildings combined with the modern trams and metros. Interesting fact about Prague: this area was once the Kingdom of Bohemia. In 1918, Bohemia transformed into the western part of the newly formed country of Czechoslovakia, which was split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1993, and Prague is the capital of the Czech Republic. And we will be visiting Slovakia as well in our next destination. This is the public library of Prague, which is located in the old historic center of the town. We are heading back towards the Old Town Center, and just in front of us is a Gothic church, which is the dominant feature of Old Town of Prague. In 11th century, the Old Town Plaza area was occupied by a Romanesque church which was built for foreign merchants coming to the nearby Tin courtyard. It was replaced by an early Gothic church of Our Lady before Tin in 1256. The church became the center of German inhabitants of Prague's Old Town. Another popular monument in the Old Town Square is the Jan Hus monument, which is dominated by the figure of martyr Jan Hus above the burning stake, looking towards the main Hussite church of the Virgin Mary in front of Tyne Church. Jan Hus was the most important 15th century Czech religious reformer whose work was transitional between the medieval and the Reformation periods, and he was burned at the stake on July 6, 1415. The early Baroque Marian column was built in 1650 by Emperor Ferdinand III Habsburg, modeled on columns in Munich and Vienna, as a thank you to the Virgin Mary for defending Prague against Swedish troops in 1648. It was thus the third oldest Marian column in Europe. These fancy antique car rides are also available to tour the old historic center of Prague. We are now at this cafe and enjoying an amazing, delicious breakfast. All the buildings in the historic center of Prague look beautiful and ancient and so artistic. We are now in the Jewish quarter area of Prague, which also has its historical significance. I hope you enjoyed the Old Town area of Prague, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and bye-bye.